Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, this channel is specialized in solving set problems. Today, I will solve several math problems. Now, today's problems are of the easy type problems. So let's start with problem one. I have a formula for W in terms of okay, I have a formula for N equals 7m minus 2. So if m equals 6, what's n? So this is straightforward. The problem was just substitute. So n equals 7, m is 6, minus 2. So that's 42 minus 2. So n equals 40. That's a very simple question. Next problem, what is the distance? I have a distance in kilometers, and it is required to change it to meters. So distance is 28 kilometers. What is the distance? The distance in meters. Now we know that 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So distance equals 28 by 1,000. 28,000 meters. Again, this is a very simple problem. Unit conversion between kilometer and meter. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Next problem, we have absolute value of y plus 3 equals 15. What is y? Now, y plus 3 absolute value, that means y plus 3 can be either minus 15 or 15. If it is a minus 15, then the absolute value is 15. If it is 15, then the absolute value is 15. So we have to solve for y for both cases. So if y plus 3 is minus 15, so y plus 3 equals minus 15. That means that y equals, if we add minus 3 to both sides, y equals minus 18. So this is one value for y. And the second possibility is that y plus 3 equals 15. Y plus 3 equals 15, in which case, if we subtract 3 from both sides, so we will get y equals 12. So there are two values for y, either 12 or minus 18, which satisfies this equation. absolute value of 5 plus 3 equals 15. Next question. We have an angle in radian. The angle W equals 9 pi over 20. This is in radian. So angles can be either in radian or in degrees. Now the conversion between angles, between radian and degrees, is pi equals 180. 1 pi is equivalent to 180 degrees. So W equals 9 by 180 divided by 20. So that's 81 degrees. We take the 0 with the 0. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 by 9 is 81 degrees. This is also a very straightforward problem. Next question. Now, if we know that 4.6 ounces are needed, 4.6 ounces of wax are needed per tin of wax. 4.6 ounces of wax are needed per tin of wax. So how do we express the total weight of wax for T tins? What is, or how do we express what is the total weight of wax W for T tins? Now, if 1 tin is 4.6, so W total weight equals 4.6 by T, where T is the number of tins. That's simple. We simply multiplied the wax needed per tin by the number of tins. Next question. Now, a classroom rent for 5 hours, classroom space rent for 5 hours. Now, the rate for rent, there's an hourly rate that we don't know, and there is a booking rate, booking charge. Booking is $5. Now, if the total cost was $65, so how many hours was the classroom rented? How many hours, or how many hours was the classroom rented? The classroom or the class rented. So we put a formula, simple formula, for the total cost. So if the total cost is T, if the total cost is T equals 5, the booking charge or the booking cost, plus hourly cost, I will call that H or HC, hourly cost, multiplied by the number of hours, which is 5, which is given 5. So the total cost is the booking cost, which is 5, plus hourly cost, HC, multiplied by the number of hours, which is 5. So this was the total cost was 65. This is given equals 5 plus hourly cost by 5. So if we subtract 5 from both sides of the equation, we will have 60 equals 5 by the hourly cost. And the hourly cost equals, we divide by 5, both sides of the equation, 60 over 5, which equals $12 per hour. So the hourly cost is $12 per hour. This is also a straightforward problem. Okay, next question. There is a triangle, perpendicular triangle, this triangle. This angle is a right angle, 90 degrees. And this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Now we are given X equal 5, Y equals 12, Z equals 12, X equals 5, Z equals 12, is required to find Y. Now, a right triangle is governed by the length of the lengths are governed by Pythagorean theorem. So we have the equation z squared equals x squared plus y squared. This is the governing equation. Z squared equals x squared plus y squared. This is the Pythagorean theorem. So we know z is 12, so 12 squared equals x is 5, so 5 squared plus y squared. So y equals 12 squared minus 5 square root. We want to simplify. So y equals 144 minus 25 square root, which is the square root of 119. So this is why. This is again very straightforward problem, direct application for the Pythagorean theorem. Another problem, we have x minus y equals minus 12, two equations. X minus y equals minus 12. And 3y equals x. So there are two equations, x minus y equals minus 12 and 3y equals x, and we want to find x and y that satisfies both equations. So here we see this is from equation 2, x equals 3y. We can substitute for x 3y. So substitute, if this is 1, this is equation 2. So substitute x equation 2 into equation 1. So x is 3y minus y equals minus 12. So 3y minus y is 2y equals minus 12, in y equals minus 6, which is minus 12 divided by 2. So we have the value of y equals minus 6. Then we have x equals 3y. X equals 3y, then x equals minus 3 by minus 6, which equals minus 18. So we have x equals minus 18, the solution, and y equals minus 6. This is the solution. Okay, we have one more problem. Let me find it from here. We have a table that shows values for x and y, x and g of x, and there are different equations that we have. This is x and g of x. So x is 0, g of x is 15, x is 3, g of x is 21, x is 6, and g of x is 27, and x is 9, and g of x is 33. And we are given different formula for g of x, and we want to determine which one is the correct formula. So g of x equals x plus 33 equals x plus 33, and b, we have g of x equals 2x plus 15, and c, g of x equals 21x plus 15, and plus 15, and d, g of x equals 33x plus 27. Okay. So how do we solve this problem? We can, we have to substitute x, all the values of x. Each equation should satisfy all the values of x. So if we substitute x equal to 0 in the first equation, we should get g 15, 3, 21, 6, 27, and 9, 33. So any equation that satisfies all these 4 conditions is the correct one. So we'll start with the first one. If x equals 0, then g equals 33. Here g is 15, so A is wrong. Now the second option, B, G equals 0. If X equals 0, then G equals 15. So that's correct. If X equals 3, 3 by 2, 6, plus 15, plus 21. So the second one is also correct, the second point. Now the third point, X equals 6, 2 by 6 is 12, plus 15 is 27. So the third point is also satisfied. Now the fourth point, X equals 9, so 2 by 9 is 18, plus 15 is 33. So the second equation, which is B, satisfies all the points, X and G of X. So the correct answer is B. So that's it for today's video. If you have any question about the problems solved in this video, please leave me a note and I will get it back to you. If you have any problem you want me to address in the next videos, also you can leave me in the comments and I will get back to you. Thank you for following my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.